Okay. Likutei Moharan Torah Chaf Hey. So we started saying that the basic exchange between the sages of Athens and Rabbi Yeshua ben Hanania was, they told him, show us an item that is not worth the loss that it causes. So he said, bring, a reed woven mat, which is worth pennies. Okay, and unroll it. Now get it into the house. But it doesn't get into the house because the reed is wide and the door is narrow. So he says, okay, now bring a hammer and break down the door. So there you have an object that is not worth the loss that it causes to own it. So then the Rebbe brings a Mishnah that says when Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, 3 things were lost. The first thing that was lost was the shamir. That's the stone splitting worm. Nofes tzufim. That's the sweetness of the fruit. Or some say, that's the honey that comes from a very, very special place. And amana, and faithful people that keep their words. So Rabbeinu says this is 3 stages of a person coming into his senses. The first one, a person has to get himself out of the madama. Out of the madama means that your heart leads you and your brain follows, explaining why what your heart wants is good. You have all kinds of fantasies. A person can go around hungry because he refuses to get into his mind, I'm a poor man. I'm a poor person, I don't have money. So go get work. No, I'm supposed to be, vice manager. I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be a cashier in the supermarket. Different kind of madama, different kind of dimyonis, different kind of birthday.
Huh? Birthday today, huh?
Birthday?
How do you know?
Just got a message. Just got a message
On Facebook.
Happy birthday to you.
That's my English birthday.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't count.
So first of all, the first thing that you need to do is that a person has to get out of his behemoth dikataivus. The ta'avot behemiyut. That's the main medama. Because a behemoth also has a koyach medama. Has a memory. A behemoth is getting hit in a certain place or was bitten by a dog in a certain place. It's afraid to go there. It remembers that. So a behemoth also has a koyach medama. And the behemoth goes after its taivus. Whatever the taivus says to go. You want to eat. You want to this, whatever. So first of all, a person has to get out of the madama and find out what the seichel is. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is, he says, as long as a person hasn't done that, it's called, he goes out of his heart, it's called he has a heart of stone. Because the heart is strong, the taivus are strong, I don't care. I want the seichel to explain why the taivus are good. I'm not interested with the facts, I made up my mind. So the second step is, when you get up from the medama and you find out what the seichel is. But the fact that you find out what the seichel is doesn't mean that you're able to follow it yet. It's still, it's a struggle. The Sifus is called that the seichel is v'poel. It's in potential. It's in, it can be, but it's not, you know what it is, but it doesn't mean that you can, you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk yet. Okay? So it's a step-by-step thing. And then, when a person actually uses the seichel, and behaves, and acquires, and it becomes a habit, then what he's zoche to get to a point which is called sechel anikne, an acquired sechel. Acquired sechel means that you know all the different details in one single knowledge. As in, we gave an example yesterday, driving a car, there's a lot of different skills involved, the steering and this and the brake and the pedal and the wipers and the this and the radio, whatever it is. And each one, now I have to do this and I have to do that, and how long, is the braking distance in a wet, and then how is it the dry, whatever. At the end, you know the whole thing in one abstract knowledge, you know how to drive. It's not made out of details. And he says, obviously, Beruchnius, the same thing. I mean, you start learning how to put on film. You start learning how to daven. You start learning, first of all, you're saying, about Shuma, when he's trying to start to daven, he says everything, including what you're saying in Kippur, what you're saying, the whole thing, from beginning to end. And then you get into and it's called a secha nikne. And the main isharos of a person, the main existence of a person after he leaves this world is secha nikne. That's the thing that remains afterwards. That, by the way, is a major machlokes between what Rabbeinu says and Baal HaSulam. Baal HaSulam. The Perish Zohar, Baal HaSulam. Rav Ashlag. So Rav Ashlag holds something else, and Rabbeinu says the second that's the isharos of a person after Misa. And he says that this is so. To break to break the Madama, to get out of the Madama is, euphemistically you can call it Shamir. And to learn what the Seichel is to get out, to learn what it is. This is Nofes Tzufim. And it says Nofes Titzofnas Tisosecha, that your lips drip of honey. In other words, your diburim are sweet. The diburim are the actualization of the level of the machshava. So when you're using the seichel and you're starting to be chokim b'sichli to realize what it is, this is called nofes tzufim euphemistically. And then when you already have it as one single knowledge that is the existence of your neshama forever, this is called Amona. That's called Amona. So he says, now the main Chochma came out of the Beis Hamikdash. Umayan This is the Chochma comes from Beis Hamikdash. Once Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, these three things were lost. The ability to break the heart, to get out of the Madama properly. The ability to actually realize, cleanse, and figure out, and systemize, and start behaving according to what you know is the seichel, and of course, in acquiring as almost like a semi-automatic skill, like you know how to write. You don't have to think about. You just write what your thoughts are. Your hand is just like that's them on it. This is what we went on yesterday. Now, Rabbeinu says like this. The dasha b'chol oilam v'oilam b'chol madrega v'madrega. You should know that every single universe, every single level where a person is, yesham dimyonis elam. The koyach hamedama is not something that you leave behind. You say, adios amigos, see you, never. Doesn't happen that way. What happens is that whenever it is that you get up from one level to the next, you meet the whole thing all over again. Yeah, the whole thing. It starts with breaking out the Madama. It started figuring out the Seichel. It started acquiring the Seichel. You finish the Madrega. You go up again. Lo and behold, hello. The diviners come all over again. So that's the rest of it again. Every Madrega, this is the diviners. Those are the husks and the peels and the shells that come before the fruit. You have to break them in order to get to the fruit itself. And they surround the kedusha, bivchinas, as it is said, saviv reshaim yishalachnu. Surrounding the Rishayim, they surround the Kedusha. That's what it is. They surround the Kedusha, and what they actually are, they protect the Kedusha. In one sense, they hold you back from the Kedusha. Yeah. On the other sense, what they do is they put the hurdle before you that you are supposed to overcome to be worthy to have the keli to acquire the kedusha. It is overcoming the kelipot that gives you the keli to get the kedusha, because otherwise it'll be too much for you. You won't be able to handle it. You win the lottery, all of a sudden you have $500 million. What are you going to do with it? I don't know. It's not going to last. So this boundary that surrounds the kedusha is mitzad echad, to make sure that those that are not worthy of getting there will not get to the kedusha. On the other hand, overcoming it gives you the kelim. Let's say you decide that you want to build a shul. So you have to go and sign people up. There aren't enough people around to go around for all the shuls. You're going through whatever it is, all these things. Okay, now that you have to build the shuls, you have to get the ground. You have to get the ground. You have to get the license to build. Every single step is a hurdle that you have to overcome, and once you overcome, you own that step. You know how to do it. Now, if you have to build another shul, you've been there, done that. You already have. So it is the hardships that you have to go through that teach you the skills and give you the kelim to contain the kedusha, and that it will be productive for you. It won't be just like, oh man, I'm seeing lights. It's about saviv sheyitalachu. The klipas are surrounding the kedusha. And when a person goes up from one madrega to the next, whenever it is that you made the grade, now you're going to high school, you're going to college, you're going to university, you have to go through these dimyonis all over again. Immediately when you get into this new madrega, you come to your new school, what happens? Everybody, the new boys in town, everybody making fun of you. The klipas in that madrega, are awakening. They start surrounding you. And you have to defeat them and break them and purify that particular place you are, spiritually from the kelipot. And this inyan is by every person on earth. I don't care, from the Baba Sali to Saddam Hussein, if you chosen to. Even somebody who's in Dredra and he's in the ground, he's buried in mud up to his nose. When he wakes up and he wants to get up, he wants to get into Avodas Hashem, it's umbadink. There's no other way. You have to go according to your bechina from one step to the next. And every time you go from Madrega, they get over you, and all the klipas and all the taivas and all the dinyonis and all the machshavas and all the confusions and all the hurdles and all the manias and all the you're not passing. You are not passing. Forget about it, buddy. Just go back and play Nintendo. I don't know, whatever it is. Just forget about it. This is not for you. This is not for this is not what this is about. Now, There's another principle that we need to know in order to understand how this works. We learned this, I think, last Thursday night. This is V'da she'en shnei bnei odom shovim ze lezeh. There are no two people that are equal to one another. All the people in the world are like onion skins, one on top of the other. There's no two people are holding on the same madrega. Ki kol haneshamas hem zeh lemala mizeh v'zeh malbush lezeh. This one is superior to this one, and this one is a malbush, is a cloak, is to this one. And every neshama has two parts. It has the inner part, and it has the outer part. Now, the inner part is that's the creme de la creme, that's the good stuff, right? The outside stuff, that's chitzonius. The level of the inside stuff of a person who is on a lower level becomes a malbush and chitzonius to the chitzonius of the one above him. And I'm giving the same madrega again. I'll just read it a little bit, and then I'll give you an example, and it'll become very clear. Because when it's just chitzonius means the outer layer, the inner core and the outer layer. Pnimi is inside, chitzon is outside. Okay? Now, nimtza כשאחד רוצה לעלות מדרגות המדרגה העליונה, when one person wants to escalate from his madrega to get up to a higher madrega, אזי הולך ונטע כאודם האוהל המדרגה העליונה, then the person who is above him also moves, because no two people can hold on the same madrega. So he also moves, and he goes into a higher madrega still. Okay? כי אי אפשר שיהיו שני אנשים מדרגה אחד. It is not possible for two people to be holding on the same madrega. Now, this is the part that you might, for a few seconds, get glazed-eyed, but when you'll hear the mashal, you understand it. It'll be as a the only thing that actually moves from the person on top, only his inside is moving up. But his outer level remains. The person who was on the lower madrega, only his in pnimius is going up. In the inside of the lower person, it becomes the outer layer to the outer level that used to be of the person who was there before. Okay? And now we'll give an example that will make it hopefully clear. All right? Let's say, as you'll learn later, that the pnimius, the kedusha of pnimius, the inner sanctity, is the sanctity of your Torah and your mitzvahs. The outer sanctity is the kedusha of your divrei chol, how you do business, how you eat, how you sleep, whatever it is. So you have two madregas, the madrega of your Torah and tefillah, and your madrega of divrei chol. That's kedusha pnimis. So let's say the person on the lower madrega, his outer kedusha is 5. His inner kedusha is 10. Okay? A person above him, his outer kedusha is 15. His inner kedusha is 20. Okay? That when you finished the madrega, you reached it, you broke the broken heart, you got second nikne, you got it. You have it in your pocket, it's done. You're 5 and 10, the person above you is 15 and 20. Now it's time, to advance. So what happens is, the person above, the 20 goes up. What remains at madrega is the 15. which was the outer kedusha, right? Your inner 10, that was your inner, now becomes the chitzonius to the 15. It's 10 and 15. You're in a new madrega that ultimately is 15 and 20, right? But you're standing there, you just arrived. You don't even know what's what, you don't know where the streets and where the lights are, whatever it is. You are in a new madrega that ultimately will get to be 15 and 20, and what you have is 10 and 15. Because you're a newbie, right? You're just starting. Okay? The klipas are only subdued before, in that madrega, before 15, 20. 10, 15 doesn't do the trick.
At that level. No,
At that level doesn't fit. So immediately when you come to this new madrega, and you're 10 and 15, bam, comes the klipas, all the dimyonis. This is, yeah. Boo, 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 boo. Really? You're going to get it, huh? You and what army? This is how it starts. At Hashem, tomorrow we will continue.